Team deathmatch. You are cleared for contact.
So when I'm playing games, when I'm online, some people ask me, how are you so good at video games, Logical? I always tell them the same thing, it's practice. It's not born with the skills. You gotta learn it. But
You've lost control.
there are some things that I do that make me a better player, make me a better person, and I'm gonna teach you guys, my loyal viewers, just some of my techniques. How the man became a legend. Ignore that. Alright, so the first thing you gotta remember when you're trying to play a shooter like Call of Duty or any other shooter, you want to remember to put your aim on the enemy, right? There's always these people, you see them, they don't have their crosshairs on target, they're not even like shooting in the same general direction as where the enemies are. Don't do that. Instead of that, shoot the enemies. Next, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to take a look at your situation awareness. You want to be looking around you at all times, because a good player in any game is going to be a force in nature. He's going to have sixth senses like a ninja. He's just going to be constantly aware of everything that's going on around them. I'm not saying that I have perfect situational awareness, but it's pretty it's pretty hard to get the jump on the old Mikester. If you know what I'm saying. Now, if you look at this guy, what did he do wrong, right? No situational awareness. I'm right behind him. I'm popping rounds into his back. He doesn't even notice. He doesn't turn around. I mean, sure, there's only a 2-second window of time for you to give him the old flipsy, but you gotta do that. You gotta keep that window. You gotta keep your tactical advantage, and you gotta know where they're coming from at all times. Now, what we're gonna be looking at next is we're gonna look at your loadouts and your position. Not every game is going to have customizable loadouts, sure. Not every game has it. Overwatch, you're playing a 76, you're stuck with that shitty assault rifle. It does, like, no damage. You gotta shoot a guy with maybe, like, 20, 30 bullets before they die. As long as, they're not even a giant robot. It's a giant robot monkey. You gotta shoot him, like, 500 times, right? No. Call of Duty. Your loadouts actually matter, unlike games with no depth like Overwatch, where you just gotta keep shooting people until they die. Now you see here the weapons I'm using the Executioner. It's a shotgun, sure. People say shotguns are overpowered. I'm using the FAL. People say the FAL's a new weapon. It only takes 2-3 shots to kill, depending on how good your aim is. But the key is, don't give a fuck about what other people say about your loadouts. They say it's overpowered. They're just salty. Right? Use the AWP. Use the AWP in Counter-Strike because it's a one-shot. Use the AK in Counter-Strike because it's a one-shot. You use all the guns, they're one-shot, because if you shoot them, you kill them in one bullet, they don't get the chance to shoot back. See, this is why Overwatch is a shitty game, because none of them have one-shot power kill weapons, right? The only one is maybe like, Widowmaker and Hanzo, which is why, obviously, you gotta main Widowmaker and Hanzo, because they're the only ones that have one-shot weapons. So why would you ever play anybody else, right? But your superior weapon choice isn't gonna be the only thing that's gonna guarantee you a victory. You gotta know how to position yourself. You gotta know how to change your location based on where the enemies are, where they think you're gonna be. So this is where the depth of games like Call of Duty really comes in. Other games like, you look at your Team Fortress 2 and your Overwatch, you're all stuck in this one room. You all gotta stay on the objective or whatever it wants you to do. This, you can just free range to go and position yourself tactically to help the team the most possible, right? So, what you're gonna want to be doing is you're gonna want to grab some guns like shotguns, good for ambushes, You're gonna want to hide around corners a lot. I'm not saying wait for people to come near you, but I'm not saying don't do that. And again, this is where the depth really comes in as opposed to like Overwatch, because those games you can't do this. They're all wanting you to go push some bomb or defuse a hay cart or whatever, So you're not taking a short look at game sense. Every game's gonna be different for this, obviously. Call of Duty, you see somebody coming around a corner, you kill them. There's more guys back there. So what you want to do is you want to pull out the gravity spikes. Oh my god. Now this is a bit of an advanced technique for all you rookie Call of Duty players out there. I know a lot of my friends haven't played Call of Duty at all. So If you feel like you're not quite ready for it, there is a little bit of a lesser known technique you can do. So the enemy team is ahead of you, 20 kills, they've got an orbital VSAT up, they've got 10 UAVs, you know, the works, right? So you're behind, what you do is you pull out your dragon sword, you just start going after them, you just start slicing them. A lot of people are going to call you out for this technique, they're going to say you're just waving your dick around. Yeah, you're doing that, but your dick is a giant enchanted dragon sword, so usually works out.